Oh shit, we got a new video from Monster Girl. Alright, let's see.
Men.
Hey.
What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars?
I wanna be a Super Saiyan. I wanna
What is the
I wanna
ultimate male fantasy?
being a Super Saiyan.
Is it fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Haha, hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
Being appreciated. Being wanted. That's it. That's literally it. Someone that wants you back. That's it.
This is literally just a fetish.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
I fucking hate men so much. Men are why we can't have nice things. As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw
See, that was your first and last mistake. Need to go into Blue Sky. I'm kidding.
this post. A montage from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who is assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love. Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely f***ing disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory.
Why? Remember in the Olympics when the female athlete won the gold and then the male athlete won the Paralympics? He didn't have any legs and they're a couple and everyone was celebrating and saying, oh my god, they're so great because they are great. Why the fuck is it creepy if it's Switch?
Predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean-shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds
Here we go. Okay, I knew it. Okay, get ready. Get ready, here comes the ad. I better not see a fucking monster can, okay?
me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. You ever just accept that some products are just garbage?
Yes.
Like for years I thought ripping your tights on the first wear was just a part of being a human woman.
Okay. Can't relate, but
We
okay.
just accepted that. That's just how it is, sweetie. But that shouldn't be how it is. It's a bad design. And that's why I like Henson Shaving. Because if you've ever used a multi-blade razor, you're probably sick of the irritation, the razor burn, the overpriced blades, and you probably think, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be how it is.
I said I was gonna buy it, and I will at some point, okay? I'm going to do a full-on review and tell you if this is actually worth it or trash. I also need to buy the Dungeon Suit hoodie. I'm gonna buy that.
Thanks to Henson Shaving. Henson Shaving is on a mission to improve shaving, with no gimmicky subscriptions or moisturizing strips, but with real innovation and a focus on your skin's health. What really sets Henson apart is their engineering, with their Henson AL13 safety razor being manufactured in an aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station. This precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane, less than the thickness of a human hair. The razor prevents any bouncing or skipping, resulting in an irritation-free shave every time. And here's the best part, once you invest in a Henson razor, it's a lifetime purchase. The only thing you'll need to replace are the blades, which literally cost only 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll be spending like $3 to $5 on blades, compared to the ongoing cost of buying expensive plastic cartridges. Henson's store offers a variety of colors and even a titanium version, so you can pick the razor that best fits your style.
I like the blue one.
So if you're tired of razor burn and overpaying for blades, now is the perfect time to make the switch. Just head
Very cute.
over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and the 100 blades to your car, and then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the 100 blades for free with your
Oh, Canada. That's where I'm from. Where I'm at, not where I'm from, but yeah.
purchase. Your skin, your wallet, and your environment will thank you. Big thanks to Henson Razor for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. You didn't skip the ad, right?
No, but thank you for not having a monster can this time.
Now, let's get back to the video. Now, I am not
Oh, fuck off. I just said it. God fucking damn it, she hits me with the snake attack. Stop drinking Monster, please. That's just poison.
anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I am probably the most tourist of all the tourists. Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary?
Absolutely, yes. It's fundamental for a plot.
In order to advance the plot? I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix.
Of course you saw Beastars, of course.
Legoshi, best boy.
Yeah.
Not a furry, but
Sure.
the way. And honestly, that's about it for my anime
Yeah, same as Emirichu, I'm sure. I like the other guy way more, but that's just me.
consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime.
Yay! She's never seen my shit. I hope not, but hey.
But because
that's
of
me.
this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I
it's a
only
movie.
cried a little bit, and I completely
You need to watch Kimi no Na wa. That's the one, that's your gateway.
understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? Why?
I saw a woman saying that she's actually in a wheelchair. She felt bad that it was getting romanticized because it's actually extremely hard and tough in the relationship, and I get it. If you actually have to deal with that in real life and you don't get, the movie, only the good things, but everything actually bad, I get it. But it's just, it's a movie. It's not real. It's romanticized like in everything else. She's the only one who can say anything. Everyone else is just being a fucking bitch.
Were thousands of people angry at this post? Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control.
Wow. Wow.
Oh no. They think, oh god, why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted.
Yes, actually, yeah. Always happy, great. Always needs you. We love to be needed, to be honest. This one, we love protecting too. I fail to see what's wrong with that, to be honest.
Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy, and she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like,
I haven't seen the movie. I didn't even know it was a movie, so I guess I'm getting a summary from Shu.
vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong.
Nice.
She like straight up calls him her servant, but she was also very depressed. She basically
Yep.
never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl
Dang.
failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it. They don't show
Really? I'm kind of surprised. I would. I don't. Okay. Maybe I need to see the movie.
sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead, he's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different
Good
way.
shit.
And I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good.
Yeah.
Is anime good?
Yes.
Have I been
Yes. Yes, you have. Check out Kimi no Nawa.
sleeping on anime
Your Name, by the way. That's the English name. Your Name. It's on Netflix.
this entire time? His fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right.
Okay, I haven't seen the movie, but it seems like she was already disabled before they met. First. Second of all, the fuck is wrong with you? That's what you take from the clip? What the fuck?
Oh my god. After watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context,
Yeah.
where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see
Yeah.
any humanity in general. Average male fantasy equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right. You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is
okay.
having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy.
Who hurt you? Someone in your life did something bad to you, and now you think everyone is like that. Am I right? That's definitely what happened. Someone who's got a healthy relationship with people doesn't think like that. Like, I'm sure you had an asshole in your life, and I'm sorry, but you need to get over it and meet someone new.
I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a
Yeah.
little, dare I say, ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away.
Weird.
Average men can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle a disabled person as their lover? Whoa. Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just
Okay, yeah, play their games. We're only 8 minutes in, and I'm exhausted. Maybe I do need a monster. Maybe that's why she drinks the fucking monster. To deal with these fucking people. But I don't wanna fucking die, so I'm not gonna drink no monster.
so ableist, chat. Can you believe it? Chat? Chat? I don't even live stream. Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind, so I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you. Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry.
What?
Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people.
Where the fuck did you get that?
No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy.
True.
Stop lying and abusing women and the
Facts.
disabled. Your meds, schizo.
Yeah.
You don't even know that f***ing guy. What do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The
Yep.
majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and
In my case, go to work, then university, then back here, record some stuff. Maybe if I have time, I watch an episode of one anime. I'm watching Black Butler. This season is really fucking good. Then fall asleep, sleep like 5 hours, wake up, rinse and repeat. I'm fucking dying. Someone please help.
Wait for GTA 6 to come out. That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay. Barging into the romance section of...
That is actually not true, and it's extremely underreported for men, and I know people who didn't report it. That's another whole thing I'm not gonna get into.
Barnes & Noble, like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes.
Be in love.
A happy relationship.
Yeah.
Honestly, in 2025, that might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO. You think it's a perverted fantasy because... How do I put this nicely? You are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and...
Yeah, it's the self-report. It's the Hamas biker. It's the Hamas Didi biker MO. You accuse people who are doing... You accuse people of doing what you are doing because that's what's in your mind. They're not actually doing that.
female character having fun together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people okay? Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop
reading
Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire. Or whatever the fuck you read. I swear to God, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush. Or so I've been told. This is literally just a fetish. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody
Yeah, there's someone out there. But that's not why it resonated with so many people.
out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt. I've seen shit you wouldn't believe.
Yep, me too. Me too.
But the majority of people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the...
So now, being a billionaire is not enough. You also need to be a werewolf. Guys, we're so fucked.
Average male fantasy. The average male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy is to be a protector and a provider.
Just someone that needs you. It likes you back. It's as simple as that. It's literally as simple as that.
For those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way. Trust me. The average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist.
Now that's Hamas Didi Bin Laden Pikers fantasy, not mine. Me and everyone else in all 7 swing states, it's actually completely normal.
The average male fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat.
That is actually not true. I know so many guys who want to fuck. I mean,
average male fantasy is actually job security.
Yes. 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 That and being a Super Saiyan.
You know what? These guys may have a point here.
Yeah.
Pedophile alert. Men
What?
want disabled child wives? Average male fantasy is a disabled child? More proof that men are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird. So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24.
Yeah.
In anime years, he is practically hag-maxing. And yes, she may be physically disabled, but aren't...
That is actually not true, Shu. You'll be surprised the number of hag-maxers you see in anime. Shoutouts to my boy Kakuyoin.
all men mentally disabled in their own special way?
Yeah.
At least the ones in my audience.
Yes, can confirm. Can in fact confirm.
They will freely admit this.
Yes.
Maybe she, the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts?
She's Asian, you stupid bitch.
First of all, really
Also, if she had them, you'd be complaining that she has. Shut the fuck up.
weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties. Also, I love how, like, when anime women have huge boobs, it's disgusting, Coomer brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo.
Yeah.
Can't fucking win. Also, if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled.
Yep.
Also, you know, like, adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like, that actually exists in real life. Like, adult human women can have small boobs. We love all titties here on the Shoe0nHead channel. All titties is good titties.
Yep.
End of story.
Yep. Facts. Also, she's 24. I know people who are 25, 26 who look like they're 9. That's a thing. Everyone's different.
Women fantasy, a boyfriend with depth and the loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's fantasy, 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler. Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No.
No.
You're all childless.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Silly me.
Yeah.
She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman.
Yeah, I was just thinking that you can't even go by height because she's always sitting.
Why do these people look at this and immediately think of child rape? Go to therapy. And listen, I know with anime it can get a little weird, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan. But this does not even look like a child. This looks
I don't even know who the fuck that was.
like a cute woman. This is like a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have all like the Insta baddies, the e-thots, the e-girls, the muscle mommies, the
Love her.
boss babes, the boy babes. But I feel like every woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever. You shouldn't wake up and be able to
True. Stop wearing makeup. Shoot, you're part of the problem. Show up here without any makeup. Come on.
scroll through pictures
Trust me, we don't care. They're gonna love you anyways.
of like the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life like 20 times before you've had like your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and immediately be one-shotted by 1010s all day, as if that wouldn't make you go insane, as if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like back in the day, you'd probably see like one.
Nah. Actually, I think it's got the opposite effect. I see more people now appreciating natural beauty. Like, if you show up without any makeup, that's a 10 for some guys.
Fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until the day you die. That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Now every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoomers don't know how good we had it. You'd go to Blockbuster and the 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen. No Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul, full of joy and whimsy. And now women are full of hate and SSRIs. But they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been in history. Sad. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, could you tell? Men's fantasy. A big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old that is useful
What?
for cooking, cleaning, and sex. Women's fantasy. Gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps tracks of our periods so he can take care of us.
Okay, first of all, you lying. Your fantasy is a billionaire werewolf. So shut the fuck up. This... Okay. Okay, I guess. Sure. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any man who has ever done that, but okay.
I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods.
Okay, thank you for confirming that that's not a thing.
Personally, if my husband was like,
Yeah, I've never done that. I'm never do that. I'm never gonna do that.
Like, honey, just a reminder, you're in your luteal phase. I'm taking the kids.
Yeah.
Men like to pretend they want this, and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready, or their son when he's misbehaving. First of all,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your dad was like that. I'm so sorry. That's not everyone. That's just you.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
But there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them. Some may be in this very audience.
Yep. Why are you laughing? Why are you Why are you laughing?
Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. This is the Shoe0nHead audience. You're all gremlins.
Nah. You're the gremlin. You're the Monster Energy drinking gremlin. I'm good.
Male fantasy equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting. When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst.
You know what? I changed my mind. Can I get some of that monster? I can use it right now.
Men
Yes, it's poison, but right now I kind of feel like dying.
are guilty until they prove themselves innocent. You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech. No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
Who hurt you? What happened? Please get therapy. Please get therapy. Please get therapy, okay? You know my fantasy? There's this video about this guy who went into a 12-hour shift and he made a video from work showing everything his wife sent to him. She sent him like 3 meals. She prepared everything for him and he was so freaking happy. And he was just showing and bragging, hey, look all the things my wife sent me. That's the fantasy. That's literally what everyone wants.
I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true. I hate how... But in reality, women are the real demons here. Oh, god damn it. We just want a happy relationship. Is it so much to ask for?
Yeah, when you act like that, yes.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh look, more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage.
I completely agree with the 70% thing. I completely disagree with the reason why.
So, here's the thing, that, misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men was actually written by Saiko Tanabe,
Yikes.
a woman. A woman
Yikes.
wrote this story.
Yeah.
And I feel like
By the way, I've seen some BLs. You're not any better. Shut the fuck up. You also do your crazy ass shitty fantasies too.
a very
There's nothing wrong with that, but you know.
important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well. A man loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too? Is this not the basic female fantasy?
Yep. It's like I said, it's everyone normal in all 7 swing states. Has no problem with this. It's just the fucking weirdos.
Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you and falling in love with you?
Yep.
Why on earth are so many women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics? Are men now
Honestly, yes. And it's been like that for a while. Yeah.
the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance?
Yes.
Is this why all the Disney remakes are like, she's not gonna be saved by the prince, she's a strong, independent woman? Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince, men still want to be the knight in shining armor.
Yep.
Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a house and babies. Yep. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be gone, vile misogynist. Is that what is occurring here? Also,
Yeah, actually yes.
that aside,
That's so sad.
there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story called Perfect World. It is a manga Manga? Mango?
Yeah, mango. You got it. Mango.
Oh,
Mango.
do not come for me, weebs.
No, you got it. You got it. Call it a mango. It's fine.
Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the moment they find out they're disabled or have a life-threatening condition. You're right, it is a fan.
And so will women. I've seen so many times like dude got cancer and then his wife left him or he lost. It's actually extremely rare that the person stays, sadly, on both sides. That's a sad thing.
Fantasy. Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not
Yeah.
much higher, but then again,
It's the same, which is sad. But you know, it is what it is.
even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people, it's terrible. Marriage should be
Yeah.
through sickness and through health, but that's not really the point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it. The ones of pure mind and pure soul get it, but these fucking semen demons out here, they don't get it. But not all semen demons. The amount of people in
Okay.
comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money. Ah, thank you, a sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick-me. Pick-me alert, least obvious pick-me.
Yep.
Me, pick me please. Hope he picks you, sis. Pick me, pick me, pick me. An incel could have written this. Fuck. Why are so many VTubers either pick me
You know, I get it. I get it. I get why she drinks so much Monster. I get why she wants to die so badly.
or racist? You mean why do so many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream
Yeah, shout out to Smoke Alana. She's great.
liberal feminist
Shout outs to Common Sense up here.
NPC line? Because they can. See, the most powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization.
Yep.
You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social circles. But in the cases of VTubers, virtual
Racist? What the hell? Where did that come from?
YouTubers, they're basically anonymous. They can say anything they want. They're basically wearing a mask.
Yeah, no, it's better than that actually. Most weeps have been in the fringes their whole life, so they don't give a shit.
They're free from the chains of the eternal HR Longhouse.
Yeah.
But apparently, even being anonymous online does not save them because they still get doxxed for
Yep.
simply not hating men. Lovely. Maybe I should save this rant for a
Disgusting.
different video someday.
Fucking disgusting.
Moving on. Men are why we can't.
By the way, I use the model because I like it. I think it's fun. I don't really give a shit if you see my real face or even know where I am. You can show up. I will beat the crap out of you, okay? I don't care.
Have nice things, by the way. First of all, men make all the things. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Also, I just realized it was a man saying that. It was a whole ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that's not a man. We call those boys. That's a boy.
I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some shit like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have female friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place
Yep.
and, like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism like anyone else.
What? They're human? What? No way.
But there's something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race. Oh god, race.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that. What the fuck?
Self-hating white people. Don't
Okay.
get me started on self-hating white people. White people are so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. White people food is so gross.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The food thing is real, okay? I am yet to try anything here in Canada that's actually better than anything we make in Latin America, okay? They have poutine. That's it. How the fuck is your cuisine for your entire country like two things? That's trash. That's trash. They're right about the food, I'm not gonna lie.
You're not getting into Wakanda, bro. You're not getting invited to the cookout.
Okay.
Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men
You're invited to mine. It's okay. We can have I don't know, tacos, burritos, I don't care.
who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy. It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it? This anime is certainly Marxist propaganda. The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true. So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams? Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism. Political brain
That's disgusting. That's just disgusting.
rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of communism, you need to log off.
Yeah.
You are unwell. I'm sorry, but when I reproduce, I don't want a high probability of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded. She's not retarded, she has a
What is wrong with you? Oh my god.
spinal injury that's not genetic.
Monster, please. Hold up, let me get some Monster energy drink. I need to die. I need some poison.
Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you absolutely know this guy has a non-white girlfriend. They all do, all these like, I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these, I hate non-white people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks.
Same. Well, not here in Canada, but yeah. And I don't blame you.
My fantasy is not being a simp, but okay. Fellas, is
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Canadian women are beautiful. Especially here in Vancouver, there's so many Asian women who are so incredibly beautiful.
it simping to love a woman? Nah, this is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would leave him for Chad. Fellas, is it beta to love a woman?
Look, all I get is that hurt people. This is just people who's been through some shit in their life and they're projecting into everyone else.
This is not my fantasy. This is some gay shit, to be honest.
How?
Fellas, is it gay to love a woman? What no pussy does to a motherfucker. Brother, I've
Dude, oh my god.
seen what pussy does to a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it's far worse.
Yeah.
The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill the dragon to win the princess or something. It is. That is the average male fantasy. But there are no dragons to slay. There are no princesses to save. But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach that top shelf.
Yep.
There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with can't quite lift herself. There's that jar of tomato sauce your wife can't quite open.
Yep.
There's that Lego set your little son.
Yeah, I was at the bus stop and there was an old lady who couldn't open her water bottle, so she gave it to me and I opened it. But that was nice. I don't ask for help. We will help. Most people will help you if they can. That's not a fantasy, but that's just nice to be asked.
Can't quite put together himself. Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love.
Yep.
In a world where men expressing themselves is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems.
Yep, facts.
I don't know what it is.
Facts.
They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading a random fucking Wikipedia article.
About the Roman Empire.
about like the world's tallest buildings or like a random battle in World War II. I didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing. Anyway, yes, men love solving problems. And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men desperately feel like they need to prove their worth. They are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this. A lot of modern men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of their...
You have to look for it. Here I'm gonna call them out. Listen, I know it's easy to be lazy in this time when everything's digital and shit. There are places where you can get better and be a problem solver. Like one of the best times, I used to love my old job because it was just solving problems every day, and it was kind of stressful, but it was also just so much fun, and I love it, and I love the people who I used to work with. Get out there and find something, okay? Don't just wait for it to fall on your lap.
Their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything they're...
Get out there. I know that's the simplest, more... Oh my god, where? I don't know. You look for it. Get out. Legit, just get out. Put yourself out there.
Grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results. They're lost. What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy, considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships. It can be difficult on their partner. But just like in the movie, it's not shown as butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden. But towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty. Because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return. Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for...
This is a tangent. Out of all the shoe stuff I've made, the last one, which I think is by far the shittiest one, it's the one that got the most views. And I want to apologize because that video was absolute garbage.
For the most part, it's true. When many men look at this
Please give other videos a chance, okay?
relationship, that is what they see. And a lot of modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted because, in a way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they need to be.
Yeah.
The modern woman crafted by modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood-crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She is not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Because I can depend on you. I know that if I ever...
This is just... I feel like this is common sense. But apparently common sense is not common, and these people just don't know reality. They live in their stupid Twitter bubbles. They don't know reality, it seems.
feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and/or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy.
Yep.
Sad. Also, men will
Yep.
deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that is the male biological clock. Everything you do,
Okay.
the money you make working that grating 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and
I agree. I want to. Not everyone should, by the way. Not everyone. Don't feel like you have to. There's people who are just not made for that. But I do want to. And I think most men do.
more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people who care about you, and love you, and rely on you, and everything will make sense then. Until then, you'll...
Oh, it's a tangent. Before I moved to Canada, my grandpa died. And let me just tell you, it is true that what matters is not the house or how much money you made. It's you don't take any of that shit. I realized that the only thing that really mattered was the fact that I was there, his grandkid, his sons and daughters, my aunts, my uncles. It really is what life is about. It's about people. It really isn't about any of this grinding and get your money bullshit. None of that matters.
You'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself, for wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That, and 3 hot chicks at once.
Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah, brother, haha, you know what I'm saying? So that was that little video. Men in the comments, let me know, am I correct? Is that
Yes, you are.
the average male fantasy? Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your fantasy? And no, I don't.
You forgot something. The sandwich. I'm not that's not a joke. Like I said, the video about the guy doing the 12-hour shift and he was showing all the food his wife made for him. People mock the sandwich like, oh, you want her to make you a sandwich? Yes, I do. I will love you. I will love you forever if you make me a sandwich.
Don't mean that. I don't want to hear about how you want to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God, not you and Shoe0nHead. I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want a nice big family one day? Do you want to own a farm?
Yeah.
Do you want to live in a shed in the woods and make pipe bombs?
I want to make a restaurant. I want to own a restaurant. And I am fighting and struggling to stay in Canada right now. So I'm here as a student. I'm getting my MBA. I really, 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 really want to stay here forever. I really do. It's hard. I'm here by myself. I have no family. I left all my friends behind. I'm making new friends and stuff, but it's hard. But this is where I want to make my life. That is mine.
Let me know in the comments and I will see you soon with a new video.